What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tez. I'm here with Eman Musik.
Yeah,
we got our boy G-Lo
here
behind the camera.
Yes, sir.
And we just getting back to it. Well, one more time before the new year comes in. Of course, we're missing 1/3 of Real and Uncomfortable, but we here. Man, you've had a busy string of days, bro. What's been going on,
It's been
man?
hectic. I'm just getting back from Belgium.
Okay. What's that like?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't get no sleep since then. You said what? I didn't. This was more of like let me take time away,
Little
disconnect.
Reprieve, little family mood.
Yeah,
you know?
let me disconnect from everything.
Not everything is meant for public consumption.
Big facts. You gotta learn to separate things. Yeah. Social media is here, personal life is here. That's how you stay happy.
Big time.
You know what I mean?
I know, right? This is Mr. Social Media too.
But see, that's what people get gassed though. Like, I'm only posting maybe like 20% of what's really going on.
But you give them enough to make them feel like it's everything.
No, I give them as much as I can without losing my privacy. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, I mean, are you trying to make it feel like it's part of like your emotion or like?
But it wasn't business related at all. It was straight family. I really wanted to just focus on that. Like, I really disconnected. I don't even think that I posted while I was there. Yeah, I got family out there. Yeah. Like blood relatives.
I mean, remember though, like people do just post some shit to look lit. I'm not saying that you do that. I'm saying I'm so past that. That when it comes to social media, not that I don't care about it, but I'm in a space where like I'm not following the formula. I'm not trying to. It's social media. We get entertained. And that's what it is. I think that's part of it me because like your personal life no longer stands to gain the same way that other people's personal lives do. Like, there's like the whole I'm no longer an influencer. I don't subscribe to that. Even beyond influencing, right? You have the influencer mindset or like musicians who want to look lit or be like, the person who like the investor who may walk past a parking lot full of exotic cars and take pictures like, oh yeah, this is mine, all that shit. But then you have the people who personally trying to look lit to, bag, shorties or shorties who want to look like the moves that they making or they dealing with the most ballerific niggas. Like once you get past that, I think there's not much, drive to post everything on social media. For sure. I don't know. Like nowadays, most of my social media goes towards either posting things that I think is useful information or just, mantras, affirmations, whatever. Positive self-talk is, it's important. But also just like advertising, marketing, sometimes the branding, just letting people be aware of the visibility of whatever you're trying to do. For sure. So I understand. Going to Belgium, unless you was really trying to connect, what you got going on, man? You got some secret like banking thing going on in Belgium? Just family. Just family. Straight family. Little man got to meet his French-speaking cousins. Fire. Which was dope to see in real time. Actually, usually it's through FaceTime, hey, hi, bonjour, whatever. Yeah. But this is like they was interacting. Having a kid and being up close to that, I hear that like children are like sponges when it comes to languages. Like, so it's way easier for them to pick up on new languages versus being a full-grown adult and trying to learn something else. Within a week, he was already picking up on like little things like come here, give me that, hello, my name is, like he was already within a week. You know what I'm saying? Fire. So kids are like literally, like you said, like they're sponges. They pick up on things just like that, which is why you got to be mindful what you show them because everything they'll soak it in. Everything. Yeah. Let me find out. Little man about to be a polyglot. For sure. Yes, sir. That's fire, man. For sure. That's fire. Now, okay. I know that we covered this topic ways ago before the drama really picked up again. We called it though. We did call it. If you guys are unaware, one of our favorite, hip hop, I guess she's a queen now. We call it, like was. Oh, you think it breaks my heart, man. Yeah, I really was rooting for you. There's a picture of Black Love. Yeah, at one point, and now it's kind of like the poster child for betrayal. Miss Remy Ma and Papoose Law. Everything confirmed.
Easy the block captain. What's his name? Easy the block captain.
I don't even know what his name is, but yeah.
Yeah. Even down to Papoose knocking this nigga out. Confirmed. Would you crash out over shorty, your girl, your wife? Does it take a step of commitment for you to crash out? Is it just crashing out over the disrespect? When I say crash out, people, this is not just, I'm going to go curse out somebody in public. No, you're going to put hands on somebody and risk your freedom over a woman.
That's a tough, I feel like I got the devil on one shoulder and the angel on one shoulder.
Ladies, feel free to jump in the comments too. I want to know, are you putting hands on somebody over the betrayal, over the disrespect? Because the rumors are swirling that Papoose, and not even rumors, this is confirmation from Easy himself. Papoose ran down on him at an event, knocked him the fuck out. What are you doing, E? That situation? You hear the rumors, you see maybe she got a work hubby, he getting a little too close. There's somebody supposed to keep a professional distance. He's looked you in the eyes. He shook your hand before. He said, "Yeah, you have a beautiful." I think
that's where I would wild out. If it was somebody who I've met, who I've interacted with, if it's just a stranger or whatever the case may be, then I'll just deal with my shorty. But if it's somebody who I've met, I've known, then I have to handle. Yeah, I have to handle it. You know what I'm saying? But. That situation is so nasty.
It is.
But I was talking to one of my guys at the studio yesterday, and he was saying that women, how do you put it? I feel like we've spoken on this before. You can't be too nice. You can't be the perfect boyfriend to your girl because she will fall out of love with you.
Well, okay.
I agree, but I disagree. To me, I feel like if the girl is still immature and still has some therapy to do, then she won't appreciate a man who is really there for her. She won't even know how to accept it fully.
Okay.
Because it's going to be a thing of, I have unhealed trauma, and I'm going to project, why is he being so nice? There must be something wrong. There has to be. I'm going to make something wrong for it to make sense.
I hear that.
You feel me?
And call me a cynic here, a little bit of a pessimist, but I don't even think it's like the unhealed people who, all of that. I think that entering a relationship, you fall in love with a version of somebody and whatever they presented to you. Unless you've talked to somebody, and this is the one point where I might advocate for the talking phase. If you've been talking to somebody for over a couple months, maybe a year or two, then you may have seen them all the way. Unfortunately, people make commitment-based decisions on what they've just seen surface level. So, if you fall in love with the nigga who's always working, he's always on his grind, he's always on the scene, all of those things, he always seems like he's in spaces where he shows his dominance, his work ethic. Then when you get behind closed doors and you get to see that nigga more relaxed, and he's relaxed more than you think he should be, and it almost starts to contradict the person that you came to know. Even the peace itself, if you've always seen this man in times of turmoil and war and you just admired the way he handles it, seeing him at a time of peace may not get you going the same way.
But this is where the toxic part comes in, because a woman who's not mature won't understand that. A woman who's mature and healed and in the right space will understand that he's doing this for work. He doesn't have to do that at home. He can relax at home. I'm going to create a space for him to relax at home because I understand that when he goes out and goes to war, it's stressful. You feel me?
You're right.
And I feel like that's where...
Okay. So let's... I really do wish Raven was here, but we probably gonna circle back to this. Everybody feel free to be in the comments, do your thing and voice your opinions. But I think that that's the leading contributor to when you see couples say they lost the spark, because the spark was initiated by an aspect of that person that is not them all the time. You want the guy who's say talk about dominance. You don't gotta show dominance while you sitting on the couch watching TV. Chilling, watching movies or whatever. You don't gotta. The next opportunity for you to show dominance in that aspect is what? When y'all have kids and you gotta regulate.
Right.
Maybe with herself. Like that's not really it. So they're going to look at other men and other opportunities to continuously show that. Hopefully, y'all gel and click and connect on a different level. But surface level attraction might just be that. And that's when you start to have to, I was watching a video and Shorty was talking about being willing, right? The willingness to do things that you don't always want to do. Mm-hmm. And I think today in relationships, people are always basing it off of doing the thing that makes them happy. And then from a selfish perspective, don't get me wrong. You want to be with somebody who makes it a priority to make you happy, but your actions should not always reflect your soul happiness. The moment you're in that space, you're not really operating for a relationship. You're operating for self and hoping other people stay in your orbit. So that willingness to, I don't know, be with that person despite them not exactly being what you want in that moment, because it's bigger than that moment. I guess maybe, is that maybe the maturity you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you hit it on the nail. Yeah. But the Raymond thing, it hits different because I saw an interview. Was it the Gillian Wallow joint? I think it was when Papoose and her were on there.
And you
Papoose
see her
was bigging her up and all of that.
It's like, yeah, yo, she's the love of my life, man. And when you got a queen like this and she just not.
She's sitting there, and I feel like she was already checked out by then. Looking at the video, she was already checked out.
It sounds like it. Question. Do you think that they would have stayed together had she not seen jail time? Because sometimes, people, they grab hold during a difficult time to the person who's willing to be there for them.
I don't know. I don't know about them personally. I'm just trying to think of just people in that situation.
Yeah. I'm not saying that she per se settled, but I think that it was a good deal.
It's the same question when people ask he might be in that same situation, but when you date a woman who has kids, would she have dated you if she didn't have kids?
Yeah. It's funny enough. I was talking to somebody earlier today. We were on a shoot, and she's telling me about all the different issues that she's had dating. And, she's like, oh, well, these guys, and mind you, it sounds like she's got a fucking, killer's row of the worst type of niggas. She's like, this dude was staying at my place for this long, and he wasn't working, and that, this, and the third. I'm like, that man is a homosexual, bro. But yeah. And then there's and then this guy, he took me out on one date. And mind you, there's some things that are her issues too. She took me out on one date, and I didn't want the date to end. So I stayed over at his place, and he pulls out a condom, and she's like, nah, put that shit away. We not doing shit. And I guess he felt the way about it. And then there's just other situations. I guess the dude took her out, and then upon going out, he starts chatting it up with some other shorty for an hour and a half, to the point where shorty got up, left, and he didn't realize she left. Yeah.
She might be sending out mixed signals.
Man, I don't know about that. Maybe.
If three guys that don't know each other that's giving you similar type of energy, you might be sending out mixed signals.
I said that, you attract, right? Sometimes it's a thing of attraction. And this is not even on some supernatural energy, karmic thing. It's behavior. People don't understand that certain things correlate with other things, right? She's a mover and a shaker. She's always building and doing her thing. She got a podcast of her own. She's building a couple different networks. Networking is her thing. And she's in the city. Now, that said, who are you always around? Right?
City boys.
City boys. But you're around niggas out here trying to network, move, shake, and shimmy to their next bag.
Right.
And if you out there kind of looking like a bag, then there's either going to be those who take you for that.
Right.
Or it's going to be the guys who just know that nobody's here for a long time. They just here for a good time. And that's what you get too. But yeah, I kind of had to let her know because I think that, I'm not going to say, it sounds bad, but the valuation that people have of themselves, not even like a self-worth thing, but like what I'm bringing to this relationship is always overstated. And fuck it, women particularly, modern women will do the thing where they register their professional accomplishments as if it carries weight in a relationship. And the thing is it's twofold. If it does, then you're probably dealing with somebody who values your financial capacity, right? Your financial contributions. You got the nice crib, you got the nice car, you got the bread to help them with their hustles. And if they don't give a fuck about it, then it also puts you in a place where you now have to show value beyond the accomplishments. So that's kind of the balancing act you got to play. Yes, feel accomplished. You got your degrees. You got the job that you want, the 6-figure job, whatever it is. Feel free to congratulate yourself on the business you established. But know that if you have a man who's particularly impressed and into you because of those things, it's for a reason.
Yep.
Same for the guys. Nigga, you pull out your wad of hundreds and you talking about, shorty, what's your Cash App or whatever else. You think she liked you because you smile, my nigga? What was it? Like, no. She wants the money.
Nah, facts.
Speaking of wanting the money, there was a football player who was recently Heisman Award winner.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I just seen the little Instagram post. I ain't really look into him or do my research.
Don't worry. I don't really watch football like that either, so we're not going to get into the specifics or the analytics. We're just going to go off the fact that if he's not breaking records on the field, he's definitely has a girlfriend who's breaking records on embarrassing this nigga. Because if you don't know who we're talking about, it's Travis Hunter. G-Lo's making a face already because I guess he heard.
You heard about that?
This nigga was.
Oh, not here, but I'm just surprised you guys don't know who he is.
I don't watch football at all. Like, that's not my thing.
Well, that said, he's somebody to pay attention to, and it seems like the girl involved knew that as well. Unfortunately, she made it very clear that in not knowing who he was, she would have never talked to this nigga. Like,
that blows my mind though. Like, how as a man, how can you? Your girl is literally saying, if you wasn't popping, I wouldn't be with you. Like, to me, I feel like he don't got the right type of women around him to really. When you have the right type of women around you, they scan for those type of things. They'll let you know, like, nah, this shorty right there is here for that reason. You don't want her.
Well, this is going to be a big lesson for him because this is the first time I've seen Hall of Famers, celebrities, and everybody else kind of rally behind the kid. And he's the biggest defender of the situation. I feel bad because, like, after a while, anybody talking shit about your girl, talking about shit about you, you probably take that shit to heart. But literally, man, they're trying to save this man some stress.
Right.
Because I even heard that she was already, like, DMing or got caught DMing or dropping, like, emojis and hearts and stuff.
On somebody's page.
On, like, the pages of some NBA players and stuff. And the thing is like, when you're in his position, not only do you have to worry about your own money being and protect that, so hopefully if they get married, prenups are essential, but you have to worry about her now being in closer proximity to players, bigger celebrities. Like, it was one thing for you to be the big dog on campus or the biggest prospect on your university, right? It's another where your star QB is on the team.
Right.
The star running back is on the team. And fuck even the people on your team. I heard she was talking that was NBA players. And these niggas move
different.
There's a lot of different options out there for them, and she seems like she's about to make herself one of them. What was your best advice for dude? Let's start there.
It's simple. Break up with her. We don't got to go too far. Like, the red flags are all there. Red flags are all there. And it literally seems like, because I don't know if it's ego, I don't know what it is.
He's
but
a
it's
happy
like,
to be here ass nigga. That's what it is. He was one of the guys who, look, I don't, make it a habit to judge men, but he don't seem like he had the most people checking for him off of
he didn't have too many options.
Right, he didn't have too many options. So then, and then not for nothing, this is a Southern thing. Being in certain cultures, there is a certain level of clout or a certain level of points for getting somebody who may not look like you. You get what I'm saying?
You talking about what Dr. Umar always talking about?
Yeah, what Dr. Umar is always talking about, right? Exactly. So him, where was he at? Alabama?
Something like that.
Yeah. So in these different places, not only that, but sometimes they offer a level of support for the athletically blessed that they don't always have in their personal lives. I think his father's incarcerated.
But she don't even give the vibes that she does
supportive.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I get it if she was like supportive and like, you got it, babe. She gives the vibes of like
she's really just like out here, like it's like on some drain your bank account type.
I'm trying to think of how to word it. She's here to take advantage. She's here to benefit. She's here to. What can I get from the situation?
Capitalize. There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
She's opportunist.
And it's clear as that. Regardless of what goes on behind closed doors, the energy that she's bringing to the forefront, she don't really care about this boy.
Yo, just off the strength of some of the things she confessed to or volunteered.
Yeah.
I don't think to her it's a confession because it doesn't sound like she has any remorse to it. But she said that dude would drive her to parties and wait outside because he don't drink.
Oh, my
and
God.
wait outside to then take her home. Now, parties are different, right? Back a little bit different, I guess, than when we would go to parties. Like, when we go to parties, house parties, people, catching dances, all that other stuff, whatever. But these are still college parties, and it still remains the same. And mind you, he's not there because he doesn't like the presence of alcohol, which means there's a presence of alcohol.
Right.
And that level of trust has to be the utmost for him to allow that. Like,
I don't know. For me, it's more so the way that she says it. Like that's what bothers me. She says it as if she's looking down on him.
Well, she is, though. But she is, though.
That's the problem that I have.
Okay, my thing is, I know you mentioned before when you said, like, the single mother who would never have talked to the dude until she had the kids, right?
Right.
The problem with somebody having that settled for option is the fact of when you treat them like you settled for them. Like, and people do this all the time. Like, even, there you hear those videos every once in a while, women being like, oh, well, the best relationships are ones where the guy loves you more than you love him. And for those people who subscribe to that mindset, psychologically, all it's saying is that you're more willing to do things that harm them than they are to harm you. And low-key, not only low-key, high-key, she sounds just like that. I would have never talked to him. It even sounds like one of her homegirls had to point out to him, like, she was just scrolling. She's like, oh, my God, girl, look at this. Look who DM'd me. And she's like, girl, do you know who that is?
Right.
And had to break down to her exactly, like, dude's stats, what his prospects were, what his trajectory was, and to give her a true feel of what his potential is. People do date off potential.
You know what I would hate to see?
What's that?
Her group chat with her girlfriends.
Ooh.
She probably going off on that boy.
I just hope that I've heard somewhere that maybe he cheated on her. So
so now okay.
So I don't.
Now she has the upper hand in a sense.
Yeah, definitely. If that's the case, like, not only did you, in his mind, feel like he was like lucky to even get that, but then he's lucky that she stayed.
So he's just like, I'm willing to do whatever.
I'm willing to do whatever. Now that's dangerous too, because if he cheated but she never really cared in the first place,
that's bad.
That's just
she
leverage.
Gonna violate.
That's just leverage. And what did we say before? Like, if you ever got cheated on, would you stay? And like, a lot of people, and y'all are ruthless in the comments and shit, a lot of y'all would stay but plot your revenge. Like, that's different to me.
Yeah, I think that the unhealed version of me would do that too. The unhealed version. I'm not gonna say that I'm at, but I'm in a space where, and where I'm at right now, no. Where I'm at right now, I don't have the energy to even.
I get it,
but back in the day, yeah, I'm plotting. Your sister single, alright. Your cousin single, alright. Your auntie, alright.
Oh, not the auntie.
But that's before I found Jesus.
Hey man, Jesus saves, and it seems like he's saving these girls out here from you, nigga. Yeah.
No, because it's just like, yo, it's just that if you gonna violate me, I'm gonna violate you worse. But this is the unhealed version. God, now it's about forgiveness. Okay. Now it's about positive vibes. It's about God is gonna deal with you. I don't have to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? And then you live a more peaceful life like that. Let God handle things. You just focus on the best revenge is just leveling up.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But I gotta really say a warning to that boy out there, man. Yo, keep your eyes peeled, dot your I's, cross your T's.
He's in La La Land. She must be, yeah.
I will say this though too, because some people going a little overboard. Like, I think they popped up a video of her dancing in a music video.
Oh, but they did the math. The music video's 3 years old. She said she dated a SoundCloud rapper, which is probably the guy in the music video. But according to her boyfriend, Travis Hunter, they've been dating for 5 years. So,
well, that right there, their math is off, and they need to discuss that regardless. She said, I dated this nigga 3 years ago. And he's like, well, we were dating 5 years ago.
Right.
That's a whole other thing. I was just gonna defend the music video, like, you know, it was a video. but nah, damn. If she was dating a nigga, then
she said it.
Yeah,
she's the one
she
that
put
said
it out there like that. Then nah, yeah, bro. Just protect your money and protect. Use protection. Like, do everything you can to preserve whatever you're working towards, brother, because it don't seem like she got your best interest at heart. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Now, okay, I feel like I'm gonna regret bringing this up.
What?
But the revisionist history is finally starting to dissipate over this rap beef between Drake and Kendrick. So,
yeah. I'm listening to the guy. I don't know where he's going with this.
So
I don't know what Drake lost.
One of my biggest issues.
I don't know. I think that's where he's going.
Yeah. So one of my biggest issues was because now they're showing, like, I guess it was Joe Budden. Yeah. You know, Ebro came out and did something too where they were just discussing each thing track by track.
Okay.
And they're finally giving the individual songs the rankings they deserve.
But nobody ever refuted that.
Stop it. Yes, they did.
Nobody ever refuted that.
Yes, they did. You had people who, even yourself was going back and talking about how Drake isn't even hip-hop.
No.
Bro. There was a level of delusion.
I still remember we shot the episode in the studio where I was like, that Family Matters track?
Yes. And then after that happened, and and he dropped I forgot what it was.
Not Like Us?
No, well,
Euphoria?
not like Euphoria. Not
Meet the Grams.
Euphoria didn't hit like that. Meet the Grams hit. Meet the Grams.
No, because it came right after Family Matters. Family Matters. So it was Meet the Grams.
It was Meet the Grams when he dropped Meet the Grams, and then he followed it with Not Like Us.
Yeah.
From then
that was the knockout punch.
You was just on some shit like Drake never existed as a prolific hip hop artist.
No.
Like at that point, Drake has never had any accomplishments whatsoever. If you ever listen to Drake, you was never listening to hip hop. You was listening to pop music. That's not even. That's the energy you was coming with.
I'm gonna say this on record because I said it in the room.
Let's hear it.
Out of the whole entire beef,
right?
Family Matters is the hardest track.
I just think you feel comfortable saying it now because other people said it first. But it's
no,
all right. I'm gonna take it.
I said it in the room.
I'm gonna take it.
My only thing is
pause. Yeah.
If we're looking at boxing, right? Boom, we swinging. Family Matters was a clean hit. It didn't knock out Kendrick. It could have. If Kendrick hadn't responded within like 10 seconds with the Meet the Grams, it could have been a knockout.
I still.
But Kendrick came back with 2 punches, which was the Meet the Grams and Not Like Us, that ended the whole situation.
And even then, the songs themselves didn't. If you want to tout this to strategy, cool.
Yeah, you have to.
But I don't know. I don't think you do because because there were things that even outside of the realm of hip hop, if you did or mentioned outside of the realm of hip hop, there's little to no recovery. Like the accusations, like somebody said it that Kendrick was able to string together a thread that connected to other threads that people were willing to pull for him.
Yes.
And that's beautiful. I will say that's strategy.
That's all strategy.
But
it's the art of war.
To me, that is the most... To me, that just takes away from every instance of success that hip-hop can have because now you're putting in play things that destroy without evidence. Like, and don't get me, somebody said that, but Drake said that Kendrick beats his wife or like they got into a physical altercation or whatever else. I get that. But there are things that can be done to refute that, right? Even if it's simply Whitney coming out and being like, what are you talking about, right? Fixes it. There is nothing that can be done to repair the image behind the accusations levied against Drake.
That he's a PDF file?
Yeah. Yes. There's nothing that can be done. Like, even, all right, that's why.
He could stop making some of the statements that he does.
There's some, because even those are just purely taken out of context.
How?
There are a few things that the accusation is almost as bad as the actual, like, it doesn't matter if there's a conviction or not. The accusation's right up there with the conviction. Because in the public mind, it's just going to be that. All it has to do is be whispers, and it's enough. And that's really what the lawsuit is about too. So there's that.
What, defamation of character?
Well, it's an interference of negotiations. Like it starts with levying, getting the discovery documents from the different record labels, streaming platforms, because they did like push plays for Kendrick.
They pushed plays for Drake for
they definitely
10 years.
They absolutely did.
And the problem that I have is that it's almost a thing to where it's like, as long as y'all are doing it for me, I'm okay. Once you stop doing it for me and do it for somebody else,
absolutely,
then I'm a whistleblower and they cheating over there. But when you was cheating and you was running the game, it was like, all right, cool, keep doing what y'all doing.
But see, there's a problem though. Timing is everything. And this so happened to be in the midst of a negotiation that they controlled themselves.
So you get to choose when they could...
Yeah, because it's literally this is how fucked up the music industry is.
I get what you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
I'm trying to be a moral voice here, and unfortunately that shit don't matter now.
No. What I'm saying is Drake can't come out. It's almost like you committing a crime and you're okay as long as you getting the money.
Right.
But once you stop getting the money and somebody else does it over there, you start snitching like, yo, hey, they doing that over there.
But yeah, you're right, but it's not that simple. Because what happened was, this is like if you and I are negotiating because I want to buy a studio, right? But I'm also telling people to go to your studio and then give bad reviews or record terrible music. Then I say, well, the studio does seem like it's okay, but why all of these tracks seem terrible? Like, I don't know if I can offer you the exact amount that you're asking for anymore, because it does look like the stock value or like the overall value of your studio has dropped a little bit. it doesn't seem like you have the same impact in the area that you thought you did. And all of these things are there to benefit that argument, bro. Look, you have bad review here, says that he mixed my vocals like this. Right here it says that he was unprofessional.
I hear what you're saying.
Here it says that this. Like,
but
bro.
I think that there's a difference if I was doing something to fake blow up the studio, and now I can't do that anymore. You see what I'm saying?
So I
think that's what the difference is. If Drake had never been okay with them doing what they did for Kendrick for him, then it's a different conversation.
So here's the thing, right? Outside of it, this is not. I don't think this is as simple as like getting bots to play the music.
No, this is. I saw what they did. Yeah, what they did was, if somebody goes on Spotify and types in Tupac, you're going to see first Tupac songs and then Kendrick.
Yes.
You type in, I don't know, whatever, Biggie song, and then Kendrick, not like that. So they warped the system to where people were going to have to see. And even if you never heard a song, you heard of it on Twitter. Now you see it on your feed because you're trying to listen to Tupac. Right. It's all right, let me see what this is about.
Right, exactly. So they structured the placement.
But the thing is, it's their platform. Like it's almost like Amazon. Amazon does the same thing, but they have their own products that they put right underneath the top products.
But the difference is when you already have a contract with them, and you're going for renegotiation, they cannot self-sabotage. That's like
legally they can't?
Yeah.
Why?
That's because it's in the contract. You can't. That's like advertising against yourself. Like you can't.
But record labels do that. Like all these record label beefs and all that, when they're like, yo, Def Jam here is fighting against Republic Records.
But that's why
they're all under Universal.
But this is why there's a difference in this lawsuit. All right, that's why this lawsuit is a bigger deal than people expect. People are just kind of relegating it to being an offshoot of the Kendrick-Drake beef, but this holds more weight than people expect. Even the implications of whatever he negotiated first with these people and how that led into the beef in the first place, that has bigger implications than people recognize either. I understand how people are going to get sucked into the idea of, he's just being a sore loser and this, that, and the third. I'll be a sore loser too if you cost me $100 million because I can't, it feels like you don't want me to sell in California anymore. I don't know, man. You want to? Are you sure you're healed? Because there's a lot of pettiness in
not
in
at all.
Man.
Not at all. I think I understand why he's upset, but it's the game. It's the game. It's cutthroat.
Man. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's not the same energy that people would have if it was anybody else other than Drake. I guess that's where I'm coming from, because I think a lot of even Kendrick's momentum came from people's personal dislike or detachment from Drake.
But you don't feel like okay, what Drake is suing about right now is not something new. It's something that people have spoken up about, people have complained about.
Absolutely.
And this is the problem that I have. He was quiet until he became a victim.
I understand.
That's the problem that I have. But if he spoke up on it before and was like, yo, hold on, I'm a part of this, but I don't like, we got to make it fair for everybody.
Okay, all right, but hear me out here, right? Hear me out here. Because in the same breath, do you feel that it's a problem? Not the Drake thing, the situation itself, like that record labels
that they have that much power. I definitely do.
You think it's a problem, right?
But I even spoke on it.
You're right. Okay, so then
they try to take it to the next level.
All right. So if you feel it's a problem, does it matter who solves it?
I see what you're trying to do. I'm not falling for it.
I'm just saying. Does it matter though?
I'm sticking to my point of I don't like the fact the timing of it is off. If he would have done it just off the strength of like
timing is everything though, because the one thing, and this is why I don't like talking about law with everybody. You need to be able to evidence damages. Sure. That is the biggest part of any lawsuit.
For sure.
When people are talking about shit like, oh, well, why didn't he sue such and such for saying such and such? You have to be able to prove that it cost you something.
Right.
So what's a better way than the timing and offers between contracts and negotiations?
Come on.
What are you talking about?
Come on.
So again, do you think it's a problem that record labels have this much pull and this much ability?
It's but they're trying to take it to the next level. I don't know if you heard about what they're trying to do now. They're trying to buy like the big platforms. Mm-hmm. They're trying to create their own
distribution
platform,
self-serve distribution platform. Yeah.
So that now for artists, let's say if you're an independent artist, I don't want to mention any labels, but let's say record label A, they'll release your music through them without signing you.
Yeah.
So now you're paying them, or they're getting a percentage of your music without signing you. Mm-hmm. If the song is blowing up or about to blow, they have the metrics.
And they be able to control
whether they can see what's going on and be like, ooh, this artist is going up. Let's reach out to him before he blows up so that they can give you one of them trash recording deals. Mm-hmm. You sign to them. Your song blow up. They knew it was going to blow up, and now they can get bread off of all that.
So let me ask you again.
Yeah.
With all of this stuff coming down the pipeline, as an advocate for the independent artists,
for sure,
as an advocate for fairness in the music industry,
for sure,
does it matter whose name is associated with getting this exposed and explored? The other thing is AI is moving a lot quicker than we anticipated.
Bro.
So I think we were having this conversation the other day. We were talking about AI in music.
Bro.
And even in AI in dating, too. First, dating.
I got to play something for you.
Oh, yeah.
AI in music.
AI in music?
I don't know if the mic is going to pick it up. Hold on. Where is it at? I found an old voice note, right? And I don't know if I was half asleep, but I literally mumbled words, right? And I played it. So I'm gonna play the mumbling of the words. Mm-hmm. And I put it in AI, and what came out? So this is the mumble.
My girl look better than Rihanna. Dripping in that Dolce Gabbana. She shut it down in that designer.
Okay. Boom. Mumble. I was half asleep. I'm just like, yo, this is an idea. AI comes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What in the world? Bro! Bro!
Don't pass that around too much, man. You're going to lose your job, bro.
Hold on. I was like, wait a minute.
You're going to lose your job, brother.
The voice note was so... like, if somebody played that for me in the studio, I'd be like, yo, what the hell? Bro, like, nah.
Yeah.
Bro, it made the beat, the guitars, and then the vocals.
I'm so upset because...
Game over.
This is only even possible... I've been complaining about this for a long time, but maybe I just sound like the old man's like yelling at the clouds at this point. The quality of music has dropped so dramatically. And I'm not saying that was a bad song. I'm just saying that we were having this conversation about Future. And even at that point, it can be said and argued that all of Future's music sounds like reference tracks. Like if you're actually in music, especially in R&B, gospel, anything with heavy vocal connotations, heavy vocal skill, all of Future's songs sound like reference tracks.
All of them.
That said, Future's a talented writer, massively so, to the point where he's written for some of your favorites. Drunken Love was the one we were particularly talking about. And the song, it sounds good. And it sounds maybe even great by today's standards. But I remember how I felt about music even years ago. That song sounds massively unfinished. And then the reason being is because then you get a Beyonce hopping on the song itself and going crazy on it because, like I said, he writes like a reference track. He's leaving gaps and spaces because his own personal vocal range can't get there.
Right, yep.
Can't rap like that. he can't give you any type of... what's the word for it? He can't give you any runs or anything like that. But he leaves space for it. And for a real singer to go off and go crazy. Now, because Future set that bar, and since then we've gotten, I think right now, the most lyrically heavy songs are probably drill songs. And that's not even lyrically heavy because they very rarely have double, triple entendres. It's just more of a more excitable flow. It's more volume of words. And then everything else, trap, it sounds slowed down. It sounds, I'm not going to say like, it sounds very formulaic. It's very tap, 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 tap. And then even the R&B singers are so heavily auto-tuned that you wonder if they can even sing for real. If you were to go, there's very few artists who I hear that if you go to their live show, it's still at that standard. T-Pain is one.
Crazy.
Which is odd enough. Like, how fucking ironic.
He's the auto-tune man.
The auto-tune master is the one who sounds the absolute...
Clean without auto-tune.
Exactly. And then, like, Weeknd is another one. Okay. Sounds amazing live. And then I guess there's a couple of others. But as far as, like, right now on the charts, it's not present. And to me, that opens the door for AI. Because
of course,
they're not matching Motown standards.
Right.
They're matching the standards
of
auto-tune standards, which was already semi-robotic in the first place.
Right.
Crazy, my nigga.
But not just that, but what I'm realizing too is that even with AI, it's sounding more realistic.
It is.
So it's really, I've seen a drastic change within the past month and a half.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is AI, and now I'm like, I can't tell what this AI.
I just want people to realize that AI does not stop with art.
No.
AI does not stop with, like, the idea is to be able to create anything. And the fact that we rely so heavily upon digital media, like, okay, we all have, like, editing apps now on our phones. I saw somebody do this a while ago. They took footage from the pandemic of a news story. Do you know what the most dangerous thing about that is? During that time, everyone was wearing masks. You cannot read lips. So you can make them say anything.
Oh, shoot. I never thought about that.
Yes. You can make them say anything, and now it has the official look of a news story.
Report, yeah.
And one of the biggest things, I know like some of y'all don't like the orange nigga, but fake news. Like, we have a very hard time verifying sources as it is.
Yeah.
So now that you have the ability to doctor things and add voices now, because that was another, I don't know if you've seen the scams now, like, because first off, criminals are the most innovative people in the world.
They go
like,
crazy.
Like, that's one of the main things. Like, when I was in school and I was dealing with sociology, like, the two key points of innovation are always business and crime. Those are the two biggest points of innovation, both revolving around making money. These people make whatever strides to try to shift society, and these people make things to try to subvert the laws. Answering the phone to a criminal and then giving them a couple of seconds of your voice, are able to feed it into AI generators and mimic your voice. Crazy.
No, it's getting spooky. A close family member of mine is studying. She's going to school for, I think, ethics with AI, something like that.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Because it's going to be a thing. Like, there's no way that we don't get to a point where scammers are not going crazy. Like, in order to verify things, there's going to be like 10, 20 steps because your voice is not going to be a thing anymore. Your picture is not going to be a thing anymore. You're going to have to physically be present to do whatever you got to do.
Hear me out here. Imagine somebody presenting an AI-generated video of you committing a crime.
Yeah, no, you're going to have to find proof of where you are, where you were, because it's getting real spooky. I really don't, I feel like we're entering the Matrix and people don't even really realize it.
Well,
iRobot and all that.
People are very concerned about other things.
Like,
I don't know, man, because it's not. I don't think people are as interested in AI as they probably should be.
But I think this is where the government has done an incredible job at like
distracting
people.
So that's the biggest thing. When AI first came out, right, and people were telling me about ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just a little paro when it comes to watching things like Terminator and 1984 and all the different things like that. Yeah. Either way, people forget that the powers that be, and I don't even mean this in some like dark hand shit.
Mm-hmm.
Businesses, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Businesses are all about innovation. And one of the main things they want to innovate is ways to save money.
Ways to save money and ways to make more money.
One of the biggest things that people don't understand is business expenses, salaries, like payroll, are one of the largest expenses for businesses.
If not the largest.
Right. So when you hear these businesses having hard times and having to balance the books for stakeholders, one of the main things that they do is a layoff. Yeah. Now, the thing is that if they're able to then have a tool to fulfill the workload that was taken away when they laid off, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, factories, right? Yeah. Used to be factories had like a guy who would work a conveyor, like 18 different dudes on a thing. This guy lifts the shit. This guy pulls the chain. This guy presses the shit. This guy looks it over. This guy wipes away something. Then they found a robot who could be automated to do the whole thing. And suddenly, all of those guys are jobless. Now, everybody's using these like ChatGPT to write their papers, to write whatever, grants.
Everything,
and
contracts. I use it.
Right. And unfortunately, there will be a time where people, I know there's the people who are pushing, like, oh no, just use it to make yourself more productive. Bullshit. Nah. You're writing your own demise.
Yeah. Which jobs do you think are going to go first? I mean, we've already seen cashiers are pretty much done. When you go to CVS, it's self-checkout.
Self-checkouts.
But which jobs do you think, what are like top 3 jobs that you think are going to really...
One thing that's already taken a major hit is like receptionists and things of that nature. Because, well, I don't know if you noticed, but once COVID really hit hard, you would start calling into places and they would give you the automated telephone service.
Okay.
And the only thing that stops that from working is when the problem is a little bit too complex.
Then you got to get somebody.
Then you have to get somebody. But once you introduce AI to recognize keywords, tone, things like that, now you don't necessarily need a person.
Right.
You just need an explanation of the circumstance and a list of policies.
Right.
Something else. Movie writers, right? Screenplays. That was the biggest. That was the big the strike that happened, right? And then even animation.
Yeah.
You know, these things, like, I know we have a couple of videographers that we know that have made it a point to start using AI in their work.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're really capturing live events and you're trying to do something more fantastic,
right,
I think you can put in the key pieces and let it go. Yeah. The only thing that's stopping it right now is that it doesn't have a key framework of what reality looks like.
Right.
So you'll get those very surreal things for now. So if you do have a surreal video, it helps. It's cool. But if you're looking for something grounded in realism, it doesn't work.
There yet.
It's not there yet.
But it's going to get there.
Right.
And that's the scary part. Because once it's able to create something where you can't tell the difference between a real image and an artificial image, it's going to be a big problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Massive problem.
I think some folks that needs to be concerned is also the taxi drivers or Uber drivers, because
that's big.
Tesla's coming with that. I don't know if you saw the
self-driving taxi. Yeah.
that's gonna take over a lot.
Forget that though, because then it's like, yes, that's a thing, but imagine the trucking business, industry.
They're already testing out. So a lot of truckers are now driving
part-time.
Yeah, because the truck is driving itself. You're just almost like a manager to make sure that it doesn't do anything crazy.
Yeah.
But they're already testing that out, which is like, I don't know.
Hey, man.
I don't know. Even teachers. I saw a school that's completely 100% AI. There's just somebody walking around to kind of help the kids use the AI, but the kids on a computer and the AI is talking to them. And
so here's my problem, right? Because here's where we're getting to ultimately.
Matrix.
Who are you teaching and why?
Matrix.
Because you're in there and you're teaching, you're using AI to fulfill all the jobs around the students who are being taught by AI. What are you teaching the students for? What positions? To manage
AI.
To manage AI?
I feel like that's
eventually that's just going to be the only job that exists.
Yeah. The Matrix. We're literally, we're walking into the Matrix and we're not even like.
Well,
it's like we're walking willingly into it.
Well, I mean, that's generally what it is. Does it sound in the story of the Matrix? Did they ever say whether or not is it a thing that people were enslaved to do it?
I don't think did they ever break down the transition?
How you got to it? Yeah, because even you look at we're gonna take it a little lighter. WALL-E in Disney.
I never actually watched the full movie. I just remember he was in like a junkyard or whatever.
Yeah, it's a very cute movie, but that's a post-apocalyptic wasteland. Based on so like
might have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, when you get a chance. But yeah, man, I don't know. It seems like we are willingly walking into certain situations, bro.
Yeah.
But I don't know. let's be a little bit more positive.
It's the end of the year. We made it. We survived. I really feel like I survived. Like even with the 2 surgeries I had. Yeah. Bro, like I still haven't processed what happened to me.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it.
I told you to leave bears alone, man. Women had it right, bro. You gotta next time.
They had it wrong.
Well, actually, yeah, they had it wrong. You're right. You try to prove a point.
Yeah, nah.
You proved it.
We made it. We really made it. Let's make 2025 a little bit better. Family stuff. Like I'm really heavy on family right now. Like making sure, especially once again going back to the surgeries. Like that's something that I could have been gone. I could have been out of here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really big on spending time with family, spending time with little man, being present with that because it's moving so fast.
That's big.
But it's just gonna be straight family. You got anything special popping off?
Nah, man. It's just like you said, family. I think I didn't necessarily have any prolific moments about my personal health, knock on wood, but just being around family as you get to a certain age and you start having the responsibilities yourself, you watch the people around you, age 2, you're
age and pass away. It's real.
You okay, you start to take on the burden of being that centerpiece for the family.
Right.
So just doing my part to make sure family is together and create moments. I think that's the biggest thing, and that's going into the next year as well.
Yeah.
Create moments that you remember, that you cherish, moments with your loved ones,
right?
Moments with the team of people that you build with. Yeah, create moments.
Oh, that's dope. G-Lo, what you got planned for Christmas?
I'm not doing shit, bro. I'm like the Grinch.
What you mean? You don't like Christmas?
I don't like giving gifts. I don't like receiving gifts because I ain't giving shit.
Damn, you all right, bro?
You all right, man?
You need a hug?
Was there a present that was on your list that you didn't get?
It sounds real traumatic there.
Wait, hold on, we might have to throw a little thing in the chat.
I'm gonna pull up with my family and say what's up.
Damn, you don't even seem excited.
Yeah,
though.
You don't seem happy.
You seem like it's like work. Like I ain't trying to be around these peasants.
Jeez.
I got work to do. I don't like taking days off right now.
Nah, bro. Look, I promise you, I get it. I get the grind. I promise you.
You only get so many Christmases, man.
It goes by fast, bro.
I feel like,
you feel like you're not working hard enough?
That's what it is.
Because the time's gonna come where I really gotta organize shit Like,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
Yep.
So like we all gonna be crammed up in my mom's 1-bedroom apartment for Christmas.
Okay.
And it's fucked up, and I feel like it's on me as the oldest.
Make changes.
Yeah, you gotta
Get shit done.
Carry the tradition, carry the torch.
That's what it is, man.
Man, position to do that at 32 years old? Hell no.
Nah, but see, no. But hold on, time out. I think that's the problem. A lot of times we're comparing ourselves to
the 32-year-olds.
Yeah, the 32.
Like
it's a
decades
different
ago.
life. Like taking care of one kid now is what taking care of 5 kids looked like back then. Right. You feel me? So what we're dealing with now is completely different from what they had before. Bro. Even looking at the housing market and all that, it makes no sense. The average person is getting a house at 56. You feel me? So we can't compare to what it was before. We have to adapt.
It's there.
The pressure's there
G-Lo,
for sure.
I definitely hear you, bro.
For sure.
But don't let that existential shit like beat you up, bro. Like that shit is crazy.
I say that. I'll have to say all my family members that are listening, they're not getting nothing.
but they need to understand. And I think it is a lesson to prioritize presence versus presence. You feel me?
Oh, where you read that from? That was dope. Bars.
Because that's really how I feel this Christmas too. Like, you got, my little man got gifts, wifey got gifts, but I'm not going out of my way to spend bread for everybody. Like, nah, that's not happening.
Damn,
you feel me?
I'm not getting nothing?
Nah.
That's crazy.
You get my presence. More than
an hour.
But nah, for real. I think it's important to not stress about,
Yeah, that's big.
Keep that in mind. Work on it, but don't let it drive you crazy. Because I feel like a lot of people with the comparisons and trying to, I gotta.
That rise and grind mentality is a fucking killer, bro. Do what you gotta do, and don't be complacent. But also don't allow your happiness to be defined by the progress that you're making.
It's tough though, because I feel like you kind of need that. You need that at some point in your life. Just don't let it be your whole life. That's my whole thing.
No, it's cool to be your own motivator. It's cool to feel like you're unhappy where you are, because generally that's how you get to be better. But nigga,
sometimes certain opportunities though are not gonna come again. So if you're in a space, like for example, not to put your business out there, but you ain't got no kids, right? Okay, you never know. Drake is out here, but yeah. I definitely wouldn't be here. My statement to guys who ain't got no kids now is take full advantage of that, because when it comes, it's gonna take a lot to be present. You feel me? So I'm glad that I had my kid after 30. You feel me? Like that was one of those things to where it's like cool. From 20 to 30, I did a whole lot of stuff that I'm probably not gonna do 30 to 40. Now 30 to 40 is still a grind, but it's a different type of grind. It's a slower grind. It's a more long-term grind. I'm not looking for the short-term plays. What are we doing that's gonna change, make some big changes within the next 10 years? You know what I'm saying? What kind of investment can we do that when we turn 40, we could chill back and relax a little bit? So literally 30 to 40 is the last grinding period. After that, you want to just chill and ride. Don't fall for that work till you 60 BS that they be trying to sell you. 30 to 40 is a crucial time, but you also don't want to kill yourself within that time. So work hard, but also take time to relax. You feel me?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a different world. So even looking like right now, you see the trajectory of a lot of careers, a lot of resources, a lot of different even world moves that are occurring. Just try to position yourself in the best way to win. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that does involve a little extra muscle. Mm-hmm. But again, don't kill yourself over it.
That's it.
Be proud of where you are now. Measure it.
How far you've come.
That's it. Only person you should be measuring it against is self.
Facts.
If you do the same.
No. We talking to you. We talking to you.
We talking in general.
We talking to you. Nah, because you.
I don't like giving that present. That's all I'm saying. I'm good. Other than that, I see you at the top.
Yes, sir. There we go, baby. There we go.
All right, man.
Well, hopefully everybody's thought about what their goals are going into the new year.
Yeah, start now.
Start the planning now. Be blessed, be thankful, enjoy the holidays. And thanks for spending some time with us here at Real and Uncomfortable.
Yes.
This has been Tez.
Eman Musik.
G-Lo's over there.
Yes.
Raven's somewhere
enjoying.
She's enjoying herself. You know, she couldn't be bothered with But yeah, thank you all for coming. We'll see y'all next time.
Yes.
I ain't looking for no handouts or say